the 8th day of August 2017. The information is at 5:30 this morning. Moist and unstable conditions lingers over the area. The 24 forecast for Belize and its coastal waters, cloudy with some showers, periods of rain and isolated thunderstorms today and tonight. There's a small craft caution in effect for coastal waters. The marine conditions, the winds coming out of the south to southeast at 10 to 20 knots will be gusty, and then the sea state moderate to rough. The outlook for Wednesday is for cloudy spells with isolated showers or thunderstorms. A few showers and isolated thunderstorms will develop over the south Wednesday night. The temperatures are highest today along the coast, 87 degrees inland, 90 degrees in the hills, 74 degrees Fahrenheit. The lows tonight along the coast, 81 degrees inland, 74 degrees in the hills, 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The astronomical conditions, the tides, the high tide will occur this morning at 10 minutes after 10. Another high tonight at 8 minutes after 11. A low tide will occur this evening at 5 minutes after 5, followed by another low tomorrow morning at 31 minutes after 4. The sun rose this morning at 24 minutes after 5 and will set this evening at 23 minutes after 6. The moon will rise this afternoon at 13 minutes after 1 and will set tonight at 15 minutes after 6. And we want to say thanks to forecaster Francisca Wellington and the Belize Weather Bureau for providing us with today's weather information. And Kenworth, I have here advisory number 7 issued by the National Emergency Management Organization, and it's at 6 this morning. And it says Tropical Storm Franklin makes landfall in Mexico, and NEMO issues the all clear. So we're at green now. It's the all clear. Yesterday we were in the phase 2, red 2, sorry. Tropical storm warning, where they put up the 2 flags with the 2 red dots in the middle, and that gives an indication that the tropical storm conditions, we should have felt tropical storm conditions within 24 to 70 to 36 hours. We are now at green, all clear. But I'll just read the advisory. The National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, in collaboration with the National Met Service, hereby informs the general public that around 10:45 last night, Tropical Storm Franklin made landfall with maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour on the eastern coast of the Yucatan Peninsula, north of Chetumal, near Polticub, Mexico. Tropical Storm Franklin was centered over the southern Yucatan Peninsula near 19.3 north latitude and 88.5 west longitude, or about 63 miles northwest of Corozal Town. Franklin was moving to the west-northwest at 14 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour and gusts of 65 miles per hour. The minimum pressure is 998 millibars. Further weakening is expected as the center moves overland today. A tropical storm warning has been discontinued for the coast of Belize from Belize to the Corozal district. NEMO hereby issues the all clear as Franklin is no longer a direct threat to the country. Information gathered from the district and city emergency committees, there are no reports of injuries. A total of 330 persons took shelter mainly in Corozal, on the Keys, and in Belize City. Approximately 2,157 persons voluntarily relocated from the islands to the mainland. The general public is advised to stay alert for possible flooding due to rainfall associated with the system as it moves slowly due north of the country over southern Mexico. Rainfall totals of 2 to 4 inches with isolated higher amounts are possible. And that's the end of the release. And again, we are at all clear. And we want to we want to remind those persons who signed up for the summer program sponsored by the Belize City Council and being managed by Councillor B.Q. Pitts, that summer program will begin tomorrow. It was postponed due to the weather, and it was supposed to have started yesterday. We want to advise that there are still spaces. There's still space at the for the summer program, and you could sign up at the Belize City Council with Ms. Michelle Smith or Shane Williams at the PR department of the Belize City Council. Kenworth?
I am thrilled that you know, Franklin passed. I sorry had that they pass, you know, over with neighbor and whatnot. But me, I glad that it never come this way.
Yeah.
I am also very proud of the National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, and the various media houses and radio stations and wherever people got their information. To me, it seemed that people were prepared.
Yeah.
And I say it this way because I remember as a kid, we got hit by a hurricane down in the valley where we were. But hurricane always made a threat. And my part of me one of them stickler for anytime hurricane they come. Mm-hmm. He track it because of the experience he had in a hurricane and then various other hurricanes, right? And we would have board up a house and whatnot. Of course, I know like today that we had to do it. Mm-hmm. He and the kids then, you know. So I remember they said at the time the hurricane was coming, and I said, man, this damn hurricane, you better come because I tired of put up cover up on window and work hard.
And nothing happened.
And nothing happened. Well, Joe, when the hurricane come, up to this day, that the experience was the worst of anything. I remember last year in a Earl, I would have just a lead blow. The forecaster, they tell you basically, Earl hit me with a vengeance.
Why that you not care how?
And most of all, the rain and flooding and all of that, the wind, the destruction. I start to realize that hurricane are not joke. Hard wind, bad weather, they broke up your road, broke up people's house, destroy lives. So that's why I'm saying I'm sorry it had to come. But guess I am glad that it never come here. Mm-hmm. Because as short as it was, as young as it was in terms of numbers, Earl, Castaway and continue for Castaway.
Yeah. You know, Ken, we're talking about NEMO, and NEMO needs to be commended. You got NEMO, you got CEMO, the Central Emergency that's in Belize City, and then you got DEMO, the District Emergency, right? But we're always prepared. And one of the good things last year, it's around this time, was what, the 3rd, August the 3rd, when Earl came. You know, one of the things, we had a lot of destruction, yes, but one of the most important thing, we didn't have any loss of life. And I remember as a young boy, 1961, Hurricane Hattie, the kind of, well, of course, technology wasn't as advanced as it is now, but the time, the warning, I mean, from yesterday, from weekend, people say, well, watch this thing, and so people have ample time to make the decision, to move. I mean, if you look on the report NEMO is issuing, right? It is saying approximately 2,157 persons voluntarily relocated from the islands to the mainland. Then people got the experience because when they come get a lick,
Yes.
So then decide here where some people decide, you know, we have better move. Make I go to the mainland.
Joe, you know one upon no island when hurricane hit. You know one upon no island when tropical storm they come. I gotta tell you, because especially like out there and whatnot, that tidal surge and the way the wind and you got coconut thing they blow all over the place. They are terrifying things.
Yeah.
I am so happy. And I hear, you know, I hear one couple people in the streets and both and the villages say, I like it when hurricane kind of like holiday, that like you know.
Yeah. Some people.
I tell them, I say, you know, hurricane and bad weather and whatnot cost you, you know, man hours. It costs you, you know, practical time. You know, you lose time from work. People, you have to invest in a protection of your property and stuff like that. So not tell me that
it disrupts the flow of business.
Really, yes. So it costs you.
Because yesterday Kenworth, as we talk about that, right? And cost me. Like yesterday afternoon, the city council closed down operation because the same people from the city council are persons who now go man the command center.
Right.
And so yesterday I was out there while we were closing up and so there were a few people who came to do business. But the place was closed because of the emergency. Yesterday morning we were supposed to have a discussion with Social Security Chairman, and so we called and said, listen, there's an emergency now, so we have to direct attention to securing the Social Security operation, that kind of thing. So it disrupts the flow of business.
Certainly it does, and you know, people have to stock up. People have to protect their homes. People have to basically protect their lives and family, move things around and whatnot. Hurricane are no joke. And we have felt the brunt of bad weather, I believe, during this last few years. I remember one of the storms that came and really did some damage to like the roads and whatnot. So, although I don't know one of them people will celebrate when time storm they come. I was so happy yesterday evening, must be about, I don't know, about 8, 9 o'clock. I had a lookout.
The wait for the wind and the rain?
I had a lookout. I know the wait at all. I made to celebrate. I said, because if we can get anything here, you know, it should be happening now. And I had friends like the Corazal, and so I checked with them. They tell me, oh no, that doesn't leave it a rain.
Drizzle,
I
was checking.
And I look on the TV and I am seeing that it had gone really north.
Well, it was going west-northwest, and then it started to go northwest.
Yeah.
So it started to move up a little more.
And we good, Joe.
Yeah, God is good.
I am extremely and congratulations to the people that the weather bureau.
Miss Kamabach, Francisca Wellington,
you know,
and all of them. I can't remember all of them. So I stopped calling them, but all the people at the weather bureau.
I want people to understand that they did their job, and I congratulate the various NEMO committees and whatnot who were out there and doing what they needed to do to get us ready in case that they were prepared. Hey, watch out. Because I don't leave it at work.
Yeah, but
the anxiety level and whatnot.
One of the things I want to say too, we've never for a long time we've had hurricane, but we've had what, category 1 or category 2. For a long time we've never had a hurricane, and Dale, you go correct me, because Dale know everything. We've never had a hurricane of the likes of Hurricane Hattie. Hurricane Hattie was a category 5 hurricane, and I lived through that. And I stand to be corrected, but I don't think young people, there are a lot of young people today, a lot of young Belizeans have never experienced a category 5 hurricane, the likes of Hurricane Hattie. Man, Kenworth, I remember that hurricane. I was a young boy. Man, when a hurricane started and it started, it passed across the night. And I was at St. Ignatius, man, when our wind popped up, I feel a building, take that shuffle. I said, lad, I hope the hurricane will shuffle this building like a deck of card. Carla, good morning, you're live.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, man, tell us.
I remember Hurricane Greta was hit Sand Creek.
Greta, I'm away.
But that way I'm the talk about that way. Just tell you, say, I remember the hurricane.
Remember Greta?
I'm in that.
Exactly. That's one of the worst hurricanes when it hit.
But that time what category that?
76.
Yeah, but that time
I mean, like a
That's a category 5.
Greta, I'm a 5 too.
Look at that, describe and we got it.
All right,
it act like the valley act like a
funny. Living in a big house. And the house slide right down the gully. Orange, grapefruit, you could see everything, you could think about everything float in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody remember Hurricane Greta, only happy to remember.
No, no. My humble apologies. I
remember Greta. Well.
I never remember Greta because I never experienced Greta. Where you experienced it?
You know what my parents eat for 3 months? Chicken and breadfruit. Because then kind of people who used to get it in it, give it away. Well, we eat a dasheen, a little chicken fried, cooked, stew, boil, anywhere you could think about.
For 3 months?
For 3 months that we eat a St. Valley. I never forget that. I think Ken Road never can even gonna put together.
But Ken Road, that's the way
Greta, we mean that the house of Pomona, literally, they sit down on the roof to fly off.
I tell you, we, the dog, the fowl, the hog, everything in a one together.
Hey, watch out the flood.
You don't hear the mention Hurricane Greta, like when the mention Hurricane Hattie. There are people in my ear that I cannot even propose to come and Hurricane Greta.
Hey, remember Greta? Well, believe me, that is a hurricane that significantly
it passed,
interrupted my life.
Yeah, it passed down south.
Yes.
It passed down south.
I think it had a bullseye on Dangriga and it flew straight up the valley.
Yep.
That I mean, it was crazy.
And nobody knows that because I'm the worst hurricane. All the farmers they cried at Dangriga when they say when the hurricane Greta passed.
78? Yeah.
Remember that? Listen to that for the year.
Yeah, man, yeah. So we could talk about hurricane all day because some people no, I am saying in Belize City.
I remember Francelia.
Well,
now my next hurricane.
We had Iris with damage them so too.
So Franklin, thank you for having gone.
Yeah,
I remember Earl.
I tell you Earl I never joke last year too. One time I said doggy up a bed, right? And I say, I shall move out of this house. Because here the hurricane, you can't make a tell us okay, how nice your house, When they win and the rain start going a different direction, rain come in all under the door.
I want ask somebody with more knowledge and experience also for Carlo and tell me about why is it that there was such a huge tidal surge in a Belize City when a hurricane, because I must say I hear about people made drown in the city during that time. I don't know if that may where it come from in terms of direction or whatever it was that caused that, because I don't see that type of tidal surge now.
Good, yeah. Carla, good morning, you're live. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, man, tell us.
I remember Hurricane Hattie. I'm at 12 and Michelle Tada Haloti. Hurricane Hattie, I'm the biggest hurricane you may ever have. Our category 5. That's the only category 5 hurricane we did. They said I'm after that. That's supposed to be 3 or 4. But the Hattie, I'm the biggest hurricane.
Well, Hurricane Hattie passed right, the eye passed right over Belize City.
I mean, the ask just now, how high was the water during Hattie?
Boy, water about 8 to 10 feet, man. I remember coming out. Yeah. I experienced Hurricane Hattie too. You made it at Paloti. I made it at
Paloti.
I made it at St. Ignatius.
Oh, yes, and that's the biggest hurricane.
Yeah, that I'm looking. It started the night about 10, 11.
Yep. Correct. I'm a 12 years old.
I'm 8. I'm 8. I remember that good. I remember that why that I never do play.
That I never know play. You know how much people me there?
Yeah, man. And then like I remember when the thing when the when the hurricane cool off, right, you come out on the veranda, the water was still high, and you see dead people they pass, your animals, snake, all kind of thing, they go past. Boy, it was yes.
Some people dead too lot. And I like Greta. There's a whole lot of people never dead.
Burn people up too.
Yes, lot. Greta.
Anyway, my dear, thanks. Yeah, Hattie. I made this. Carla, good morning. You're live.
Hi, good morning.
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
I was in Happy at 63 West Canal. And I can tell you, the water was nearly 10 feet high.
Yep.
We had to move from downstairs upstairs. There were boats in the yard and all kind of things. I will tell you, that was the worst hurricane.
You remember?
When we got upstairs.
Yeah, you remember me dear right out there.
We had no zinc. All we had was the casing. That is all we had. There were no windows. Everything was blown out.
Yeah, that me rough.
And I tell you, that was, luckily it was an upstairs, so we had to go upstairs and stay upstairs because downstairs was like a sea.
Yeah.
It came in, and that was it.
I don't mean to ask you in terms of age, more or less, about how old were you at that time?
At that time, I was in high school.
So yeah, all right, 7 about.
And and I was talking about Nemo and the weather people and all of them. How much information did anybody have that hurricane was coming to Belize at that time?
Well, the hurricane, remember what the song say? We prepared for it, and then the hurricane went a little north, and you put back everything in place, and then the following night the hurricane was definitely hitting. So remember the song was say it went from Corus. It went past, and then it came back on. It came back
swing
like
back.
Around.
You don't have double take pan Belize.
From Puerto Rico, it went past Jamaica, then it said it was going to Cuba, then it swing back and come to Belize.
Yeah, it turned.
That is what Happy did.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, the whole of Belize City was...
What? I remember that. You remember right there Scott Church, or Scott Kirk, or when they call it right out there, so a barge broke that right down.
I tell you, we had a boat at 63 West Canal. You know where that's at? Canal, Bishop Street and West Canal.
Wow.
And that is where everything, you saw people trying to come out on doors in the water. You see halls around there, all kind of things. I tell you.
Yeah, it was.
That was an experience.
It took us a while.
And it took us months because there was no food, there was nothing. Everywhere, every store was flooded.
Yeah.
So in terms of like preparation today and the way the information people got, because they're not like then the hurricane gone, so everybody put back today. Information, they tell you when it come, where it come.
Yes,
basically.
it is. And I think what people have to learn is latitude and longitude.
Yeah, so you can know the exact location.
Looking at it and I say, okay, you take the BTL phone book, and you got the whole map with everything. And when I see what the latitude and longitude was, I said, okay, I'm not putting up any shutters because I know.
And then you know what direction it's going. Because yesterday morning...
To learn to do the tracking.
Yeah, for track it.
Well, I don't know if I just grew up in that age or that because of my pa and my grandmother, basically, then I'm the hurricane trackers. And they taught us how to track the hurricane.
Yeah.
You know where the core, all this, and taught us to be prepared. My sister, who is younger than I, was better at tracking a hurricane.
Because we make a ruler. Yeah. We make a ruler in the back. And then you watch where they go, you put the ruler.
Check it.
Because where I was, my auntie there had gone through 31.
Yeah, well, 31.
Yeah, they went through 31. So they said, oh, this house went through 31. This house can't go through anything. And so they refused to go to a shelter to move out of the house, so we just had to stay there.
Yeah, 31, I mean, a hurricane.
Yeah.
10th of September, that one strike too.
September, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, me never around then. My mother was a child.
Anyway, my dear, take care. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Hey, thanks, okay.
And thanks we're all
Thank
safe.
the Lord.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah.
Everything went okay.
Yeah, thanks to all those persons who prayed for protection.
Bye.
Yeah, man. Bye. Carla got we last one. Wait.
You know, Greta. The lady was talking about Greta. Greta made landfall in Dangriga on September the 19th, 1978. And, you know, near Dangriga Tongue, wind speeds of 130 miles per hour. In Belize City, the wind was 55 miles per hour. Wave height near the reef was 33 feet. Francelia made landfall on September the 3rd, 1969. Just north of Punta Gorda Tongue with winds of 110 miles per hour. Belize River rose to about 36 feet above normal. I remember the hurricane. I did tell you like about Francelia.
But you
because
make me pull that. Carla, good morning, your life.
Hello, good morning.
I
want to tell you that for Hattie, my father, David Bradley, the controller of customs, and he was working. He is at that time was still colonial government, so the colonial secretary, and he had to monitor everything, and all of the information was out of Swan Island.
yes,
They used to get all the information from Swan Island.
Yeah.
And then because all the lighthouse there, the up to date, you know, like they used to visit lighthouse and all, they used to get information from the lighthouse. Other keepers used to communicate with people from Honduras and in the region, so that's how they used to get the information.
Yeah.
It is like very free because I remember every time he used to get the information, he used to have to notify the colonial secretary, and then he like the mayor, and then he informed the whole country and do everything. But it was through Swan Island they used to get information.
You're right. I remember the good old days.
The one,
the time the radio Belize I got up a hurricane watch or whatever, and they,
but
people
I remember
they used to love it. Can they play good music all night?
They strike Friday, so Monday night to go on Tuesday, and from Friday they don't really alert. They do all kind of thing, you know, for get things prepared.
Yeah, I remember that Hattie for true, my family.
Yeah, okay, darling.
Hey, take care.
Okay, bye.
I remember that hurricane Hattie for true. But you see what the lady they say when we talk about our experience. I'm saying that Hattie was the worst I ever experienced. But to see the lady call and say, hey, me in the valley, Greta. But what happened? I noticed Greta with the hit down the 130 miles per hour. The Belize City we only get like 55
miles an hour in Belize.
When we get Hattie Bass, we get
the full
lick. There's still pictures around, you know, as to how the city look.
That last caller really bring back something. I remember listening to weather reports out at Swan
Island, yeah.
Later on, I think only certain people could get that report earlier. But like my uncle, at one point, like the lighthouse keeper, the hunting key. And I remember during the time there with like Swan Island used to put over one weather report. So at certain point we always tune over, I think like 11 o'clock that morning or I think it was that Swan Island report the call, and boy you should Joe, you sound just like they one time that they give that weather report.
Weather boy, yeah.
You know.
But I tell you now with technology, boy. And people and we need to commend Belizeans, you know, because more and more now Belizeans are listening and they're following the instructions being given. Because I mean, I tell you, really rough, and I think all the radio station, all the media houses needs to be commended who give the information, because people need to understand, and like we were saying yesterday, that the hurricane, say, passed what, 11, sometime around 11 last night, it crossed land somewhere up in Mexico, across the Yucatan Peninsula. When the hurricane then they warn you and tell you hurricane is going, you heed the warning.
Yeah.
And you move, because it is more difficult to move at night. Because a lot of people I remember a few times, so yeah, people will love FM. They only know that other radio station get good at the hurricane watch and so, but Reneve and we ever Love FM, then you usually got one hurricane thing there way, and you listen to people they call the radio station, oh, the on the water and there and that. When the thing there, you know.
Yeah.
And then you have to understand that when you call for assistance, the human beings they come for you, and then you
put their life in danger by not having acted properly.
Yes, and then
I can understand the people that don't know where they go on and get caught out there and so, but when time you have the information and you do not take proper precautions for city man, you go to our shelter, do whatever it is, not because you used to do it, then go to our shelter. If you know your house can't stand up to the breeze.
Yeah.
I will tell you see what you say, you made a Belama last year, Earl, and you said to yourself, well, guess what? I should have moved fire.
Yeah.
All we gotta have it. Oh no, I want to stay right there and I want to pass it. When then a breeze start, category 1 or that when I say, I believe it had to have been more.
The rain.
I know I tell you the truth, I know when a normal hurricane right in at the direct path like what I do with Earl.
Carla, good morning, you're live.
Joe.
Yeah.
Why I get jealous because they talk about happy, right? I know a survival guy born in a Hurricane Janet.
Janet strike him Corozal.
Yes.
That was after Hatido.
The big one too.
That was what year?
55.
55.
That
okay,
before Hati.
Yeah, I remember.
I am a baby with we house them that Dom Joe and my older sister had me out in the storm, lie down over me, they protect me. I can't to my parents, I get blue.
Okay, 50. Yeah, that Janet actually Janet destroyed Corozal.
Yes.
And then it was after Janet. That's why if you look at Corozal and have some wide streets and like that, because it was they started this development after Hurricane Janet in 1955.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's why today, Joe, I fear none. Because if I survive Janet, I will survive all the rest.
But I think a lot of the young people now really experience one good, well, I shouldn't say a good hurricane, but I mean one really category 5 hurricane. A lot of young people now experience that because they wouldn't want it.
One of the hurricanes that really been fair to me was Mitch.
Well, I remember Mitch. Me stay out there Honduras there for a while.
And Butterfly Islands then.
Yeah. Mitch been out there for a while.
Yeah, okay, Joe.
Yeah, man, thanks for sharing about hurricane. Why that Mitch, I remember good. We gone up to Belmopan for Mitch, and then you find out that not even Belmopan was safe, because basically you're getting Belmopan, and then everybody get a Belmopan, and then you got
Mitch in 1998.
Wait, 98. Yeah, and when you get a Belmopan jam up.
I was in Belmopan for Mitch too.
Jam I gone, and then when you come back, you find out that when you look where the bridge near the Roaring Creek Bridge flood, then you get down by 44 miles, then you go one area there, and
Mitch
valley they will flood out, so you can't get back. Why they never joke?
Mitch was one of the devastating hurricane that stayed offshore, killed a lot of people in Honduras, dumped a lot of rain in Belize, and caused a lot of disruption and flooding. But Mitch, a category 5, if I remember rightly, and had it come ashore, we would have been taking a licking.
You see, but one of the things, Kenworth, as it relates to hurricane now, right? We might not. You see, and Belizeans need to be very, very careful, because hurricanes bring a lot of rain. The eye might not cross over the country, but we get a lot of the rains in the mountains, Guatemala, Honduras, and eventually those rains come down in the lowest area. And so we have to be very, very mindful that when one storm pass near, and we maybe at 2 or 3 days after the storm, we might have flood because of the amount of rain we drop. And we got like recently we find out that we get a lot of flood. We never used to get any flood like this.
We used to get flood, man, but what happened is, remember what today is.
We used to call that Top Gallon.
Top Gallon flood. Floods them a natural way for really replenish your fields there in terms of bringing alluvial soil and fertilize your fields and whatnot. What happens today is we build roads, we build drains, we change the topography to whatever extent. So where we used to get flood waters going one direction when years ago, it go in a different direction these days. So the engineers there and whatnot that were fixing when time with the build roads, they say where drains were adequate and whatnot. But Mother Nature no subscribe to numbers,
No.
Mother Nature with
do what you want.
Exactly.
Because
so that's why one of the things is floods. Anytime there's floods these days, somebody the ball and whatnot. Watch out. Flood the part of where we live with. We have to learn for cope with anything.
But you see what you're saying there, you see right back at Crewman Lagoon. If you notice down they start the full of Crewman Lagoon. Crewman Lagoon in the past was a natural catchment area. So when we get them heavy rain, it cool off right at Crewman Lagoon. Now then they full that up. So you see where they happen? You see where they have no water there up on the highway because you change the whole area.
Exactly.
If you look right up that Ladyville, I see somebody that had one area right by Ladyville, and now they got a big cement fence around it. That area was a natural catchment area. But now they full it up, so you know what happen? More people and get flooded out. You need to watch and look on history how this thing works. Deal boy. Carla, good morning, you're live.
Yes, man. No for the great after that we got a worse Mitch in 10 years.
Mitch.
In a 98 after that we got a worse Mitch in 10 years. 98 was the POP win after that.
Oh, 98 was POP win.
Yes.
After that, we got a worse Mitch.
So we forget the worst hurricane we ever get,
Yes.
The Hurricane Musa.
Yes.
Yeah, Hurricane Musa,
Mitch is the second deadliest Atlantic hurricane according to for we statistician over
by
there. It killed over 7,000 people in Honduras.
Yes, you had him.
About 11,000 people and all died because of Mitch.
In fact, you had some entire villages
wipe out
from the side of the mountain.
And now the hurricane also devastated the islands there. Out front of Belize, half a wee reef and whatnot, had Mitch come ashore in Belize. But Mitch after Musa then win that Mitch came ashore.
Yeah, cause Mitch me run
Mitch. They just win.
Musa
I'm still in the morning when time Mitch come lick me up.
Musa wasn't even here for Mitch.
No, he rolled.
Musa's gone. Musa gone.
Yeah.
But remember that the worst hurricane we get, a Hurricane Musa.
Well, some people are telling me that basically while I congratulate the media and the broadcaster and whatnot, that you still had some people to make mischief in a certain media houses. They talk about that the hurricane still may come and that we were ill prepared and all this. I know I call no name, but we don't stop act irresponsible. When they give out misinformation from them media houses and whatnot. In particular, you got somebody where I remember one time they locked down Belize because of one kind of reporting where him do and whatnot. And this time apparently they did the talk and a lot of crazy.
Now who that man can't tell no more? He tell them I tell you me gonna leave Bali, you me gonna leave one of me there Love FM. Eventually they get rid of him. They get ready and he
there behind zinc place.
fence.
They give out information.
One time he may issue one
criminal. Then a criminal, you know, almost criminal in the way that they report.
Look at the man may show one thing down that stand quickly. How they grab one bus. They hijack and bus a student and a whole lot of things. Nothing goes up.
Drama queen.
One of the things I need to say to Belize and Todo, that you have nowadays, right? You have a lot of the talk shows in the morning. We talk about hurricane and give direction and that kind of thing. But the talk show is repeated, and they repeat it all. I mean, they're not like, I want to go to the talk show this morning and repeat it this afternoon. I don't. They repeat it all the time. And so we have to be careful that when you're getting information, that you're getting, you're listening to a current talk show, because I listen to some of them, boy, will go way back as much as 6 months. In fact, the other day I did home, boy, and I not get through there on my TV. When I look, I see one rain. I say, but rain away. They tell about yesterday the rain. I say, but the way me there where this rain come.
No, they need.
When I check the talk show, and they need to put the
identify.
Bottom. They need to put the bottom and repeat originally aired with day and keep it on, so people can know when they watch that repeat of that show. Remember, boy, BBN got a habit to do that too. Because you see open packet from way back. Some of the people when they interview dead already.
Yeah.
You dig? But I think they need for, and maybe the BBN, the Belize Broadcasting Authority, the BBA, need to insist that those programs that are being repeated, that it must have the repeat and the original date it was aired. So when you look on it, I see Love FM do one thing with one Belize Watch. I've looked some of them, some old one, but I must tell you that at the top you have originally aired with they aired. So you know you do look on something from way back. But somebody I tell
must
you,
put the repeat.
Yeah, and put the
So
date when it was originally aired, because you get a lot of misinformation.
One of my pet peeves is responsibility, especially where journalists and people who are and the media is concerned. The one of them people, I not always agree with what they have to say, but I believe in their right to say what they have. But I also believe with rights come responsibility, and you must be responsible when you're out there. They disseminate news, or you have the media. The media soapbox then. So you cannot stand up in the middle of a theater or a crowded place and holler fire, because that is irresponsible. Not because you got a right of free speech mean you could do that. You understand me? When time you get on the media and you report there's a massive shooting and all that, and threatening, the gangs are running the city, bam, 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 and nothing goes on. You cause disruption. You cause a lot of. When you get on the talk show and you lie about something intentionally for make political mileage, that to me, that's a criminal act. To me, I tell you, I will fight for your right to say it, you know. I might disagree with you when you come up with your whatever your thing oppose me in a politics, or I oppose, so you got a right to say it. I will die for your right to say it. What I will not tolerate is when you act irresponsibly and give out erroneous news, or be intentionally deceptive. In other words, when you're lied because I was liar, I want thief, I want murder with me.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know.
Well, listen to me. You did tell me that the person are right if you talk and disseminate, but then you also have to understand that I have a right to get correct information and listen to good information, the right thing.
This is what.
So the right, who has a right?
With rights come responsibility,
yeah, but
Joe.
you see. I think one of we problem that when we get independence, George Price tell you, whoa, you don't get independence, so we got freedom. You're free. And people get.
I never knew I in a shackles before that, so I don't
so you get
that.
free now. So the people feel like, oh well, you got freedom. They tell you freedom of speech, freedom of movement, freedom of this, freedom of that. People need to understand. You got freedom of speech, but you have your freedom is restricted by the laws.
Definitely.
Right? But people feel like, I mean, you see something happen, you see some people talk, show, and so you have to be very, very, very careful because you got freedom of speech. That don't mean you could get from a talk show or you could call one talk show and lie about somebody.
No.
Because your freedom is restricted to the laws or restricted by the laws.
The whole reason you have freedom is because you have laws that ensure that freedom, Joe. The whole reason you have the ability to do that is because we live in one society, one communal thing where we share responsibility. We share the air we breathe. We share the streets where we live. We share the air, the airwaves and whatnot. With that core responsibility, Joe, because guess what go on? You see your freedom. Your freedom is fine, but when your freedom infringes upon my freedom, then we have to have some understanding as to where those freedoms and restrictions meet.
You see, Kenworth, you tell me, you're saying to us, right, that the laws give you the freedom.
Right.
But the laws also restricts your freedom because the laws want to tell you, okay, you're free to do this, but you can't do that.
That's right.
So this daily with
the 1931 hurricane landed in Belize at around midnight on September the 10th, 1931, packing winds of 135 miles an hour, making it a Category 4 storm. Belize City had as much as 5 feet of water. Property on 6 adjacent streets were completely swept away. 70% of the city was destroyed, including the building that housed St. John College and the U.S. Consul's office. Damages amounted to about $7.5 million, which was considered a lot during that time.
$7.5
million, $1 billion today.
Sure, about 10.
Hey, I'm telling you.
A lot of people, listen to me, a lot of young people.
Thanks, Dale.
Yeah, boy, you see, Dale.
A lot of
Dale, tell you, boy, without Dale wave is, boy. Listen to me, a lot of people don't know. We call back this so old college.
Right.
Like, that's why I get it. Kenworth.
Oh, midday.
Midday,
September the 10th.
Midday, yes.
Oh, yes, we can't tell me the breeze of blow the picnic them in the march or the people in the street.
This is the way my mom tell me, right? Because my mom live through it. My mom say we happen because like you say, right? The wind, because the wind go how the wind blow and then it blow counterclockwise, the wind carry the water out.
Yeah.
And then so the water out a forward there, one fish they jump up and so on a big centennial time. So people jump, they catch fish. This is what my mama tell me. And then when it turn back, that's how we bring that tidal wave, and a lot of people did. In fact, like I said, a lot of people know we call. Why make you go to whole college go beard when 2,500 people, approximately 1931.
Wow.
Yeah,
nearly half the population.
But when it happen, a lot of people, well, like I say, old college, that era, that's why in Port Laola, because the Jesuit had one college back there. They may had the whole works back there. Cause from back there, St. John's College gone we pay, they know. Because they used to, St. John's College, because English used to attract a lot of students from Central America. And so they had their own dormitory and that kind of thing behind it. And a lot of people died. A lot of foreigners died there because, along with a lot of Jesuit priests, died there because they may have a big celebration time.
Yeah.
And they may have a huge
people were not aware that they stormed the corridor, I would have
well, then time people have a hurricane. I mean, I don't like no, you know, Kenworth. A hurricane, man, hurricane on 10th of September, man. You know, and then the party and so, then this new thing come out where man people out that forward and when the wind swing and carry the water out, man listen to me, fish they jump up out there. People want this a new phenomenon, make we go in there. So when it boy, I tell you, my ma tell me about it, boy. My ma tell me about it, but they can say Kenworth a lot of times because of technology now. We get ample warning. A lot of people have lived through hurricanes, so a lot of people know. Even if they want smally hurricane, you know, if this is a category 1, and it's at the licking where we think if you get 1, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people heed to the warning, and I think because of that, I mean, like Dale is telling us, you look 1931, Dale is saying we lost almost, in Belize City, we lost almost 2,500 lives.
Right.
Now, in a Earl, we not lose no life. And boy, it's rough.
Because of information and because people are more prepared, those weather like that came in them extraordinary phenomenon in terms of, you know, because a hurricane maybe hit we at our average every 10 years or something like that. So people aren't necessarily prepared then. Now, because of the information we got, because we have access to all the information. You got hurricane trackers and hurricane you have channel. Weather stations all over, satellites and whatnot, and you have the information is disseminated widely. When you have lost a life largely now, it's because people might ignore their warnings, or because people might take it lightly because when time they rated. Oh, I remember I was quite cavalier about Earl. Well, I'll leave category 1, that's all leave below. Well, I will tell you, Earl frightened the heck out of me, man.
Me too, because what if I but I will tell you something. Anytime I stay in my house, anytime I stay in my house, if you not care what category hurricane, I personally believe my house is strong. But here we have my need to put on shutters.
Yeah.
Because I got a glass when a breeze
we need
pop
to
the
be
boy.
prepared.
Yes, man, yes. But before we go last night, I'm gonna watch let me go one documentary. They were showing the hurricane hunters when they were flying a hurricane.
Yeah.
And they were saying that in Franklin that they want discontinue flying into the eye today. And they'll probably resume tomorrow when it goes over the Bay of Campeche. You know, they'll be apparently they only flying at the eye of the hurricane when it's over sea.
Yeah.
Right, when it's over land, they're not flying there. Boy, what I watch them and boy, they're not joke.
Everybody.
You see me, boy, they fly and they fly over the storm, right? And then you see the eye, and then they go in now and they start doing a lot of things. They start let out a lot of things, forget different information. I say, boy, thanks to them people. And then they talk one thing they do last night because apparently they ain't got one budget for this. You see, now we talk about American thing now, but then apparently they cut the amount.
I wonder who they cut the thing, man.
Why? Anyway, our numbers are 2025-360, 2025-361. Kenworth Tillett, Joe Bradley. We'll be right back after the short commercial break.
The first 2 phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project, from the Belmopan Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town, has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first 2 phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Alright, I get it. You're the LTE Advanced Pass. But I know you have to pay a lot for them kind of speed there.
Nope, this is not smart, you know.
You know, Sarah Lee, your friend is right, you know. You to pay more for that cup of coffee than Diana to pay for her internet. She just paid $4. Plus, they just have data plan for as low as $2. Your service provider jacked up their prices for their data plans just for guest social media sites only. And then they gone and jack up the prices for all of them data plans. I mean, all of them data plans. Smart that love, no? Listen, Miss Sarah Lee, with Digicel, they give you more data in all of them plans. So you get way more data for your dollar.
I definitely have to go to Digicel then.
That's true.
The bigger, better network. Digicel.
But the way this, what kind of phone is? Pan dulce, pan crema, panades?
The Pantech, Bertie.
People need to stop by there and refurbish devices for smart.
But they tell me this the LTE?
How would that supposed to mean? That the quality? Man, then you go alone out of box Verizon, Pantech, and other no-name shilling devices.
That's why I had a strictly Digicel.
That's right, Sister Lee. At Digicel, you get loan brand name phones like Apple, Samsung, and Huawei. In fact, with the new flagship store at Belize City, you could shop till you drop.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Try to bring this up bucket with you because you have to make the switch.
Need a type of phone to buy now.
Well, just no Pandulce.
The bigger, better network. Digicel.
Be prepared before a storm. Protect your family, home, and appliances this hurricane season. Remove antennas and trim trees that are close to power lines. Install surge protectors for your appliances and help prevent damage from lightning. Always have batteries for your radio so you can listen to hurricane advisories. Don't take risks. Call 0800-BEL-CARE or 0800-235-2273 if you have any questions or concerns regarding electrical safety.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Blackout?
Oh, but outside light up.
Wait, did you pay our light bill?
Today was really hectic. I didn't have time to go all the way over there.
Over there where? You only needed 2 seconds to type pay BEL $48 and send that text to bank at 2265.
Oh, really?
Boy, you forget we are now connected to Heritage Bill Pay Service. We can now text to bank at 2265 from anywhere, anytime to pay our bills. And Heritage Bank does not charge for this service.
Convenient and free? Let me text bank to pay this bill because tomorrow might still be hectic.
Remember to add on more for reconnection fee. And next time, just use Heritage Bill Pay to avoid this problem. In fact, text 2265 again and pay for phone and water one time.
Just text 2265 and pay your bills on time with Heritage Free Bill Pay Service. Heritage Bank, the bank that gives you more.
Stand in line, pay online. With Social Security's new online contribution portal. It's a fast and easy sign-up.
It's very user-friendly, it saves you time, and it's very effective.
24-hour online access.
Access is simple, and the uploads are very, very easy.
And it saves you time.
It saves time in that, one, I no longer need an employee to go over to Social Security Board and stand up in line for a very long time.
And by us using the portal, especially because of the volume of employees, the amount of employees we have, it's a quicker way for us.
Social Security Board, committed to service excellence.
Come on, last one. Up, up, up. There you go.
Great workout. Thanks. I really needed that sweat.
It was all my pleasure.
So where to later so I can buy you a Belkin Light?
At the local water hole, of course. We can have a few because we've definitely earned it.
Belkin Light. Same great quality and Belkin taste for an active lifestyle.
With a loan from Scotiabank, you can do the things you really want, like getting a bigger kitchen.
Delicious.
Taking off to somewhere special. Or sending your kids off to school.
Don't forget to text.
Yes, ma'am. Our affordable rates and convenient terms up to 5 years mean easy monthly payments to fit your budget. Rates as low as $8.99% on unsecured loans only until September 15th. Visit Scotiabank today. Conditions apply, subject to credit approval.
Okay, students, let's focus now.
Teacher, yes, teacher.
Can anyone tell me what sustainable development means? Ganze?
Huh?
Anybody?
Teacher. Last night my dad was talking about sustainable development and he said something about people and nature and something else. Oh, and money.
That's good. But did you ask your dad what sustainable development really means?
Yes, teacher, but he said I was too young to know what that is. Is it something bad?
No, Barisha, it's not bad. It's delicious. Well, at least it looks delicious on the TV.
Can I get some? No, Waldo. You're thinking about edible arrangements. That's what you saw, edible arrangements.
Don't laugh, class. Some people get confused with sustainable development. But when we balance the three things Padisha said, we achieve sustainable development.
What do you mean by balance, teacher?
It is when people use only the resources they need from the forest, rivers, and sea and leave some resources to grow back again.
But teacher, why do people cut down the nice trees that give us shade and kill the poor animals?
Because people need wood to build houses, food to cook, and water to drink.
But teacher, we have enough trees to get wood and enough plants and animals to get food. Good enough that we can sell them and make money.
That may be so, Waldo. We need money to live. But if we use up all the resources, then there will be none left for our friends and families to see later. Do you think that's fair?
No, teacher. That's being greedy. My mom always tells me to use what I need now and save for rainy days.
Exactly.
Teacher, if we take care of Belize's precious resources and practice sustainable development, we and our children can enjoy all of Belize. That's what I learned from the Department of the Environment when they came to present at our school.
Oh, that's excellent, Waldo.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Welcome to the neighborhood. How are you?
I'm kind of okay. The thing is, I've been living here for the past 2 months now, and I haven't gotten the chance to transfer my telephone and transfer my cable. I have been so caught up and so busy dealing with the kids and unpacking and organizing that the time is not enough.
Really? There is one more thing that you need to add to that transfer list. Haven't you seen the ad from the Elections and Boundaries Department advising it's the transfer of electors period? July and August of each year are the only 2 months that you can do that?
Every year, July 1st to August 31st, registered persons can be transferred from one electoral division to another. The law states that after a registered person has resided in a new division for at least 2 months, the elector shall visit the Elections and Boundaries Registration Office in his or her new division and apply for a transfer. Electors are urged to provide true and accurate information, as it is an offense to give false information. Electors are encouraged to bring along their voter's identification card or any other picture identification, such as a passport, social security card, or a driver's license, along with a utility bill in the elector's name, which will assist us in the verification of your new address.
Since I'm here now and I'm in the transfer mood, I will go down to the Election and Boundaries Registration Office to apply to be transferred in my new division. And I must ensure that I have a say in who represent me in my new constituency in which I reside.
Do remember that electors are urged to give true and accurate information, for it is an offense to give false information.
Thanks for that, man.
This is a message from the Elections and Boundaries Department.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Hey babe, what up?
Hi.
What you doing?
Just heading home from work.
Party later or?
That would be great.
Then my spot to 7, that good, right?
Sure.
Right.
But I thought this would have been a real party.
So now a real fiesta you want?
Yes.
What Blackberry say, fiesta?
Yes! I want a bad rum, want a bad rum. Travelers got that rum. Everybody want watch a brand new rum. A DJ dollar rum, Belizean, who love to drink that rum. Yo, fiesta rum, hey, a DJ dollar rum. Take turn up, yo, when I hold up to the big bad rum. We have some fun.
Travelers Fiesta Rum, available countrywide at a store near you.
We know that in today's busy business environment, you need banking to be fast, flexible, and convenient. With Belize Bank's free online banking, you can process employee payroll, make Social Security contributions, make GST payments, process customs duty payments, view account information, pay bills, and more. Sign up for Belize Bank online today and spend more time focusing on what matters most, the success of your business. Belize Bank Online. Easy, convenient, secure.
Benny's is Belize's primary supplier of plumbing supplies, and we have improved with larger inventories and increased product variety. We have PVC, CPVC for hot water applications, galvanized, copper, ADS plastic, brass for standard pipes, compression, and flare applications. We also have the accessories you need for your home repair or projects. When the job needs to be done right, shop at Benny's, where we feature quality and savings from construction start to finish.
Blackout?
Oh, but outside light up.
Wait, did you pay our light bill?
Today was really hectic. I didn't have time to go all the way over there.
Over there where? You only needed 2 seconds to type pay BEL $48 and send that text to bank at 2265.
Oh, really?
Boy, you forget we are now connected to Heritage Bill Pay Service? We can now text to bank at 2265 from anywhere, anytime to pay our bills. And Heritage Bank does not charge for this service.
Convenient and free? Let me text bank to pay this bill because tomorrow might still be hectic.
Remember to add on more for reconnection fee. And next time, just use Heritage Bill Pay to avoid this problem. In fact, text 2265 again and pay for phone and water one time.
Just text 2265 and pay your bills on time with Heritage Free Bill Pay Service. Heritage Bank, the bank that gives you more.
Be prepared before a storm. Protect your family, home, and appliances this hurricane season. Remove antennas and trim trees that are close to power lines. Install surge protectors for your appliances and help prevent damage from lightning. Always have batteries for your radio so you can listen to hurricane advisories. Don't take risks. Call 0800-BEL-CARE or 0800-235-2273 if you have any questions or concerns regarding electrical safety.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
But what is? What kind of phone is? Pan dulce? Pan crema? Panares?
The Pantec, Bertie.
People need to stop by there and refurbish devices for smart.
But they tell me this the LTE?
How would that supposed to mean? That the quality? Man, then you go alone out of box Verizon, Pantec, and other no-name shilling devices.
That's why I strictly Digicel.
That's right, Sister Lee. At Digicel, you get loan brand name phones like Apple, Samsung, and Huawei. In fact, with the new flagship store at Belize City, you can shop till you drop.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Try to bring this up bucket to you because you have to make the switch.
Need a type of phone to buy now.
Well, just no Pandulce.
The bigger, better network. Digicel.
Welcome back to Tuesday's edition of First in the Morning, live from Studio 2 Wave 105.9 and 99.9, your entertainment and information center in Belize. Kenworth Tillett, Joe Bradley. We're sitting in Studio 2. We're operating from the foothills of the Bell China Bridge right here in Belize City. On a Tuesday, it's the 8th day of August 2017.
And Franklin is gone.
Yeah, goodbye, Franklin. I like that one this morning. Goodbye, Franklin.
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of sad listening to the news, watching the news last night as it relates to that little child who perished in that fire on Sunday. But it's really sad.
I wasn't watching the news. I'm gonna watch Hurricane and keep track. So I just got one. I was just told by somebody that, you know, a child had perished in a fire, and apparently the circumstances is sad.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't want to comment because as a parent, all kind of situation happen and you try to manage, but when your kid's small and you're young, you really need for exercise some judgment and do your best for secure your children.
Yeah.
You know, I like I said, I don't know the circumstances, so I don't lay blame as much as I want to sympathize and spread one cautionary note that we need to learn from the experiences, and all of us as a society need for learn where would they do.
You know, and it gets a little bit harder when you live in when you live in a community. For example, I mean, like for example, in that situation where there were 6 families living in apartments, it kind of, you know, you might be careful, but you don't know where your next neighbor they do.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. It's rough. Let's take the call. Caller, good morning. You're live.
Good morning. Street 5, Hard Talk, human rights activist, community developer. Joe, you know where we come from, right? Belize country. We come from way down, man. We didn't have nothing. 1961 hurricane. I born 1941. I was going 20. And the hurricane came and the British did not even notify us. They didn't tell us. We had this big BBC station and they didn't notify that this weather was coming. And the weather came, it got dark, and I was down at Yambramni and my fiance, which was my wife after. And when I look, it gets so dark, and the weather comes so rough, and everybody is don't know what to do. Quickly the water gets over 4 feet and 5 feet, and we start to run for Yaka. Meaning that we didn't have a development. Now Belize have development to track hurricanes and do whatever that is necessary to the world's pattern, and then we picked up. Belize is just coming to the point. That's why I said that when a country is voted in, I am voting a party, the whole country after the election have to come together, because this is a small little country. And we have to come together to develop all the things that was destroyed and what was pretending to be.
Okay.
No, I'm not there, Joe. 1 minute.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so when that hurricane coming, we able to track it.
Yeah.
And now we are in a good shape of tracking. Before, where I say our government get in, the people by the people vote them in. No government is different. They're not going to take care of you directly, but the government is going to prepare the development of the country. And all of us, PUP, UDP, and everybody should come together until another election. And this is the way we can manage our development, because this country starts from nothing, and it still ain't. Now I see this UDP come in and billing filling all the infrastructure. At that time in 1931, 1961, we didn't have no infrastructure bill. Now, this government comes in to help and to build. So we have to help this same government, even if we don't like him, if we're bad-minded, if they feel like it's corrupt or whatnot, it's still their duty to do it. Because the other government can't do nothing. You vote in another government now, then disorganize all the system in this country that is now prepared even for hurricane. If they get in, they're going to bring us down. So what we have to do is prepare now to develop this country together with the government that is in. We can't put another government in because they will start from nothing, just like when 1931, 1961, they will start from nothing and want to reorganize. We are organizing right now. We don't need another government. We need to help our government that is producing. Thank you very much, Joe and Mr. So-so were there.
Okay, Mr. Mr. Bullet. Mr. Bullet boy. But Bullet has a point there, you know. I think why we're seeing the level of development this government is doing is because this government has served 3 terms. This government has a vision of what Belize ought to look like. And this government is working as it relates to that vision and a plan.
Yes.
And if you and that is why I always say to Belizeans, we ought to be very, very, very careful when we listen to the way the PUP talk. Because if you listen to the way PUP talk, you would want to believe that nothing is happening in this country. Nothing is happening in this country. And you know, you hear Marshall Nunes the other morning on the show. He's saying, oh, this government not to build nothing. All this government, they do the refurbish things where PUP do. I don't know who telling that. Because I don't want to be mean to the good gentleman. But he not say.
Amen.
But I want to say to you also that this government has a vision and this government has a plan. And that is why I am saying whenever election time comes around, Belizeans must be very, very, very careful as to who we put there.
One of the things
Carla, good morning. Yeah, we're part with it. Carla, good morning. Where do? Hello.
Yes, Joe.
Yeah, man, you're right.
Morning.
Hi, good morning.
Joe, I just want to thank the good Lord that nothing happens in our country.
Yeah, man.
Everything is cool and calm here in Bully Tree. And I just want to thank those persons who were in alert along with me, hear the voice of Bully Tree along with some fools over there. And everything is okay, Joe.
Okay, well, thank God that Bully Tree is okay. We're all the entire country. And yesterday we were on a
alert,
red 2 alert and tropical storm warning. Today we're green, all clear. Thanks, my brother. Carla, good morning. You're live. Hello.
The PIN number you entered.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
You know, one of the things that you just said, this government has a plan. There are guidelines. When people make the asinine comment that this government not they do nothing or not they build nothing, they are doing themselves as well as the rest of the country one disservice.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the planning and the goals, the way things have developed. It has not been haphazard. There no a scattershot deal. It has not been about make all the nice and want about this, that, and the other, but working with a plan for the development of the nation, has seen the nation move, have seen the country move, we have seen the infrastructure. But most of all, the physical infrastructure that you are seeing has been the institutions that are going to be there in terms of the various organizations and boards and government, in terms of setting up how you put together one plan. You understand me? Why, if this government is there or not, there is a roadmap moving forward. In other words, while we identify the land department has been a problem forever, there has always, you know, they talk about passport and the immigration and all of this. What this government has done is put in place plans to move these places forward so that in the future you are, I know I say you know I got no problem, but you will have less problems. Sure, in the immediate sometimes it has been inconvenient. I beg when I get at the airport and they tell me, well, no, you need for deal with the biometrics and that type of thing, right? But I also travel abroad and I know that these things are in place in various places. I hear one time them talk about scandal, immigration, this, that, and the other. But either one of the people who were witness that something is being done. You know, happen overnight. You understand me? I know that I remember they flag Mr. Barrow saying that about the lands department. They take that and make advertisement and whatnot. You see where Mr. Barrow do? Mr. Barrow holds that portfolio, and while you know it is no longer a free for all in the lands department, my brother, things are being done there. No, maybe not the speed where we want.
Yeah.
But because then they put in structures in place for make those things better. Go ahead.
Yeah. Carla, good morning. You're live.
I want to wax and win more that more.
You're live. Go ahead.
Yes, bro.
I
know I can't pass situation a PG, and then police, and they shoot up on barrel. You understand? They shoot up, pick me on the screen and see me kind of shoot if I got for the size. And all the people get up on the side of the car and tell them, and they look like police down the jump. Gotta watch him run and chase on barrel. And he jump in the bus shot.
Yeah, but listen to me, my brother. If you have one complaint about a police officer, what our advice would be is to go and make a formal complaint. Well, then if you find out that not happen, then maybe you might need to go to Belmopan and speak to Mr. Chester Williams. I think Mr. Chester, my good friend, and I know Chester work on that. Chester now works for the professional standard branch, right? And so Chester deal with that. You can't get no policeman. Well, I don't know if you drunk, I don't know doctor, but when you say it would appear that a drunk man, they need to come in because you got some bad policeman. But I will tell you, you have more good policeman. Because you see the rescue the other day where the policeman risked his life and gone in there. And I am glad that, well, Fonso bring it, and I'm glad that it was on the news tonight. I mean, I don't know big thing for getting a meal and so called them host there and so on and getting a certificate of recognition. I like that because in the force you got some idiot, but then you also got the majority of good officers. Yeah, Kenworth.
That dovetails into what I was saying, you know. You have the professional standards branch that will do investigation and misconduct in the police. That's something where we have not, we never had before. You understand me? And while they don't work at the speed where we want, because you know this day and age we complain today and we want situation in our favor resolve to right away. Those things don't happen that way. There is a system put in place for correct these things. But just like any thing where you have to do investigation, judgments have to be made, and you deal with people in livelihood, and that means that, you know, families and feeding, you have to be proper and thorough in your investigation. And I don't make no excuse for police to come me and then they're not friend. Straight up off at the top. But what I am saying is that to the best of our ability, the United Democratic Party government has tried to the best for put in place structures that are going to work in the better interest of the Belizean public. There's no way I could sit down here and tell you that it is perfect.
Nothing is perfect.
I can't tell, but I will tell you the situation improves as we go along.
Yeah.
You see what Bullet said about to come for nothing and this, that, and the other. Remember that under the People's United Party, the man just said things on blow like a lee breeze. They never try fix nothing because they may like it how we made it because they could have made
ban-aid.
Exactly.
Ban-aid. They not fix nothing. Carla, good morning. You're live.
Yes, Joe, you cut me very quickly, Joe. I want to finish.
Okay, well, you're there now. Go ahead.
Joe, well, the other thing that I want to mention this morning is that we need some love in Bulitri.
Love,
Yeah. You know what I mean by love, right?
Who need to go no some love?
What happened, Joe, is that we started some drainage in Bulitri, right? That's all. And he assisted us last time. Remember I mentioned this? But he hasn't finished, Joe. And my problem right now, I'm looking into it very carefully. If we have another rain like this, then we will have a criticism. And I don't want people to say, Wacha, the voice of Bulitri was here, Nemo was here, and that's never accomplished. Because what happened, the walkway, we didn't dig it, the walkway, because or the entrance of the people to their residence. So whenever right now it rains, so water will definitely flood, and water won't run there. Therefore, we need Mr. Garba to take a look. He also mentioned to me that he was looking forward to some forward. So I don't know how far that is it, and I think we need to look at it very, very closely and very rapidly now, because the rainy season is still on and we don't know what God can say to us. So thanks God and thanks Belize and thanks those organizations that pray for Belize, and you also, and media do their very good work. Thanks again. Nothing happens. We are healthy and strong and continue forward. Thanks very much.
Okay, my buddy. Ken, we're talking about, I'm looking about improvements taking place. There are, you know, a lot of times, and I always say that whenever I go to any government office or anywhere, and I think I was treated unfairly, I said, well, I mentioned it. And I want to ask those, well, it's the Ministry of Education, the government bookstore. I had an experience on Friday evening. I went there with a friend. First of all, you have to knock on the door. Right? We knock on the door for about 5 minutes. A security guard came and pushed the head of the door. We closed and pushed back the door. Now, the friend was there. You know, people, well, some people might get offended because, I mean, you treat way, you are being paid to provide a service. And at the same, at the government bookstore, I came out the car and I went there. The knock again. Well, this time the security pushed the head again. He said, you know, see, we close. I tell them, but listen to me. On the door, there's a sign that mark 4:30. They blocked out the 30. So it said it was 10 to 4. I am asking these people, if you're closed or whatever, be polite to people we can, you know, that we the pay, you know. So I am asking the Ministry of Education, look into the kind of service and the behavior of those persons who operate at the government bookstore. The Belizeans where the pay ain't going there, you know.
Yeah.
And the security guard, I think the security guard, if it's a KBH security guard, he know his job is to provide security. His job enough to come out there and tell you about the place closed and see the sign. Both signs, one of them marked 4 o'clock, one marked, and the man said the big sign out outside, the sign marked 4:30. And so I am saying that if you're making any changes with your time, put it outside.
Make it clear.
And make it clear, man. And even if somebody gets there late, I know they say you're served there, no? Because you're closed. But somebody will come out there and say, well, good morning, sir, good morning, ma'am, or good afternoon. Sorry, we are closed. You'll have to come back tomorrow morning. Simple. But they don't knock like you're simple. I don't know what they do behind. I don't know what they do in there behind closed doors. But anyway, go back.
just because you had to point that out on that side, I want to point out something else where somebody just text me and make a know. They say, we are missing to mention that this is the first storm event that we need to congratulate the meteorological department, which is headed by Miss Catherine Kamabach, the first female chief meteorologist. Tried that on for women's empowerment in terms of how we have been moving forward. She's the first female to hold that office and has been in office since December of 2016. And I know Kathy well. I congratulate her, and you know.
You see the other day they had a quarrel on the fool book. That what you call her?
Facebook.
Oh, so no, I call her fool book. I call it a fool panel. Because somebody I tell you so people well I know into the what you call her
fast book.
The fool book, I know the panel. I know, but I have from time to time people show me certain things where people say, right? But you had a big war there with him Lisa Schumann and my boy they talk about women. And Lisa they say, well, Julius and nobody if you talk about woman.
Exactly.
And then you go on. But what and you bring up a very important thing because you say Miss Kamabach, the first female chief, yeah. You got what the lady name? Well, lady in a port.
Miss
Bailey.
Mrs. Bailey Martinez.
Yeah, Mrs. Bailey, they tell you now that. And I listened, they had some big function behind there, and I listened to where she's saying, no, we need to get women to be captain, and this kind of thing, right? And so I believe that women play an important role. But where happened? PUP talk about women involvement. Right? PUP talk about women involvement. UDP involve women in the operation. You look how you see you have Miss Beverly Williams in the National Assembly. You have
Mrs. Tega, Miss Tega
Pantan. I call her Tega because me go way back, you know. And so Tracy, we go way back, but these people are actually involved. If you look in at the whole, this whole UDP administration, and you see women, the amount of women,
the roles they play, there's no subservient roles. These women are leaders in a
yes. They're decision makers.
We don't pay lip service to.
Yeah, but boy, I tell you, they make a thing on the full book. The full book, boy, they go off. Anyway, make we get into a little bit. Well, we know that Kenworth that on the 7th of March 2018, the country will be going through municipal elections, right? And that's about that would probably be about what 6-7 months away. 7 months if my calculations are right. Right, and the United Democratic Party is a very democratic organization.
We live up to our name.
Yeah, and our family, we involve the family at all levels.
That will be
family
on Wednesday.
Members at all levels of this. Yeah, it's the first Wednesday. Hey, make we take this call. Carla, good morning, you're live.
Bro, Kenworth, morning.
Hi,
good morning.
Why, when I call in to make my lead to saying this thing, and that like we all aware we say, and you and Kenworth, you and Joe make some valid point. You watch infrastructure right now in this country, and you watch infrastructure how it move in Belize. When the weather that come now, you say we that Belize hot up our head anymore, because we know where they happen in our country.
You're empowered by information.
You watch out. When the rain comes, you listen. When the high tide comes in, it wash off. You understand? And we got, and again, like, I know I slip away, so just don't can work. the information the out there. It hit to their doorstep. So you're not the move simple.
Yeah.
You're not the move simple, none at all. You're the move direct. Sometimes we might slip or leave it, because sometimes the white man they go halfway. But at least you got that side there. Then you got the international news. Then you know the internet move faster than anything else. Once you got the internet, the Zoom, you're there direct with the weather. You the move with the weather. You put in your vehicle and you're there for your phone. And now weather, you the move wrong with that weather there. So you're there direct. You understand? The next thing I want to go to, when you have one man like Willoughby, when you have that man there, you can watch how that man there, when weather the wrong, why when you know Willoughby the wrong, you know you straight. You know you not got no worries in your home. You know you not got no worries about weather. You know you are right. When you deal with Willoughby, because you know that man there will come to your rescue, and you know you got a savior. Well, I help you might slip up down the road and you miss.
No, hold on. I want you understand me and get me right. There is, we just made a talk about that.
Yeah.
We will not be allowing any campaigning.
No,
hold on. No. Hold on. You the talk and media operate it. We will not be. No, man, we do that.
Don't worry about that campaigning. When that happen.
Listen
I give the man the justice away deserve.
Oh, Jesus.
And when weather there, that man there on the ground and that man the work.
All right, thanks.
Move on, though.
Yeah, it done. We want to talk about convention. No, I am saying this is me. And I want to tell you something. Me, I'm a part of the United Democratic Party, and I know I am saying, and we talked to management here already, we will not allow any campaigning. When the elections are, when the conventions are finished, we are promote anybody. Anyway, I am saying to you, Kenworth, that the municipal elections will be held on the 3rd of March 2018. We can get back my thoughts together, yeah. And we've had a number of conventions. First of all, we allow people to apply. We've a number of the like for example in San Pedro, the closing date for applications have closed. Belmopan, San Ignacio, where else? Belize City, Corozal. Now the closing date in Benke for submission, the deadline for submission of applications, Friday, August, well that gone to, August the 4th gone to, so make a scratch that out. So that gone. Alright. Punta Gorda, submission for applicants, the Friday, August the 18th. And in Orange Walk, it's Friday, August the 25th. In Dangriga, the submission for applications, September the 1st. Now we get into convention time. This Sunday, the 13th of August, it will be the first convention, and that will be it's saying Belmopan. So I got it, Belmopan. This Sunday, August the 13th, we'll be having a convention in Belmopan. Then we go to Belize City. Belize City, Sunday, August the 27th. Why the thing kinda alright. Then in Corozal it will be Sunday, August the 20th. And then in Dangriga it will be Sunday, September the 3rd. And then we go to Benke. It goes to September. Then in Dangriga it will be October the 15th. The convention will be October the 15th. And then in Benque Viejo it will be November the 26th. You know the time. Anyway, and then in Punta Gorda, October the 1st, and in Orange Walk it will be October the 8th, and that would have taken care of all the 9 municipalities. We're gonna Carla. Carla, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, man.
Just now, I don't think the Carla made the campaign, you know.
Okay.
But I have to say that all the councillors made it on the ground.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, that was true.
It happened that the one councillor whom he mentioned, that is somebody who may more out there. But don't concern me this campaigning. I not say nothing wrong if one call and big up the candidate and then choice, you know. Yeah, when I would have a problem. If one of you guys as the host start to big up one candidate or the other, I think we will have to relook that thing where allow people to call. I say, well, big up one candidate as long as they do it and not do it disrespectful, man.
I tend to agree with you, you know. But then also you want to ensure, because basically you know this thing operate. You know this thing operate. You know one caller they big up the same person every time. I don't got a problem if different people are call. Different people, but when I don't know. That's not just my belief. I don't believe.
Maybe you should have take Friday and big up your candidate day.
Anyway, I might be wrong, but
you know.
Yeah, there you go. I hear you.
You have to talk to them people when they get wrong news on TV and radio.
But tell me that who they get wrong news?
Patrick Jones and
Oh yeah, well Patrick Jones. That are the bally I'm the chair. Remember my name Patrick Jones one time. Me give one news thing, one breaking news
thing. The man tell you that way erroneous news the man give.
But wait, tell we.
He said the storm was land over hour after the storm don't make landfall. The women think the landfall.
Where party say I'll make landfall?
I don't know what I make landfall according to him.
Well, I made a try calculate. I was saying, and I'm at the out probably a few hours, but I was saying it would have made landfall somewhere last night between 12 and 2 o'clock. But
landfall for after 9, man. They can't remember the storm. Me speed up, you know.
Yeah. Well, I may take into consideration the fact that they may go 13 miles an hour.
We have to be very thankful because I tell you something. Had that storm land anywhere just below Orange Walk,
boy,
would have signaled the end of the sugar industry as we know it.
Yeah.
I remember now that new cane left on the ground. You could imagine how that storm may that up. Because remember that the upper quadrant of the storm did the most of the damage.
Yeah.
That's we hold storm swinging in an anti-clockwise direction. So we may get real messed up. But Joe, you know, you said PUP me Ralph me and got the
man Ralph me and got about
last week he me and don't tell me whether I damage anyway.
Yeah. He me had to pray for you.
Yeah, and the PUP me the pray for you because you have put the government now in a bad position too.
Boy, look here, God love Belize and God love the UDP, I tell you.
Yeah, anyway,
yeah, me Bali. But the man that wish wrong news in the Ken I never heard wrong news. I know that man is noted for giving wrong news.
The man just said that the man that talk about
the landfall, right? The land. I may got it wrong. I kind of believed when I looked at the track and the speed it was moving. I was of the opinion that any time between 12 and 2 o'clock last night it may have passed, but apparently it passed a few hours before. But Carla, good morning, you're live.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
My brother, how are you?
Good morning.
Doing well out here in the West.
The West is the best.
Yeah, we must be thankful for it. We have been spared again.
Yeah, man.
Well, yeah. Joe, you say you stop there and you read up the deadline for the receipt of applications and the convention date. All 9 municipalities countrywide as is organized by the United Democratic Party. That is what an organized party does, you know.
Yeah, well, that's true.
They get their act together and they execute their act strategically. You know, to date, the opposition is still grappling for dates.
Well, because they're a big problem, unlike Chairman, unlike us, we have good people who want to run. But they try to find people. In fact, they are the
people running winners.
Yeah, people don't want the part because you got to pretend that we want to run, but if we say I lose.
But you see, in our case, the leadership of our party meets and we schedule these dates.
We are a party which plans.
Countrywide because we are organized. Unlike that other political party, like I'm saying, they don't even know when they have a date for they have their conventions, like for example in the biggest municipality like Belize City. They are grappling right now for candidates, my friend. Right now out here Sunday in San Ignacio, they're having a convention only for mayor because they barely scraped 6 persons to run for them out here in the West. Then now, remember the Honorable Boots Martinez always tell us that we must not listen to the knives in the market, but that we must count our change.
You have to check them pennies.
Why you know this organized opposition is seeking to cause some knives in the market in Belmopan? Belmopan, which is one of the strongest United Democratic Party municipalities apart from Benque, San Ignacio, and Dangriga, Punta Gorda, and Corozal. You know Belmopan is one of the strongest municipalities for this United Democratic Party in the country. Look at the amount of development happening in Belmopan and continues to happen in Belmopan. And now the opposition, they try to cause some noise in the market in regards to Belmopan. Man, we are organized in Belmopan. It's like everything else. When a person is running, they usually have a slate that they go by. Man, what is wrong with that? Huh? No, they're talking about how Mayor Khalid Bilal wants to step aside. That is the craziest thing that they
no, stop that craziness,
when they kind of rumors, they need to tell you something that is believable, man. Huh? The United Democratic Party in Belmopan is strong, you know. Right now, they barely could find candidates in Belmopan. They do not even have a date for Belmopan. Huh? And they're talking this kind of craziness. I always continue to tell them, you know, if you want to start a mischief, or to start something we have any semblance of credibility, don't start any kind of craziness the way people don't believe in no man. But we continue not to listen to the noise in the market, you know. We continue as an organized party because you can write this down right there, Kenwood. You can pen it. Write this one here down. The United Democratic Party this time around is going to capture all 67 seats countrywide. We are going to make the announcement as to what is going to happen in the Orinduak shortly, you know. Orinduak is where we are having some little challenges, but we are going to soon make the announcement as to what will happen in Orinduak that is going to bring the victory for the United Democratic Party in that constituency, so in that municipality. This is not also a sweep, this will be a clean sweep. I am telling you, the United Democratic Party is going to capture all
67 out of 67. I hear you.
Because the people are ready, you know. When we are going around campaigning, the people in the ask people could move up the election to this year. Unfortunately, it is written in the law that municipal elections are conducted on the 3rd anniversary, the first Wednesday, on the 3rd anniversary of the previous election. So that's why that is set for the 7th and March of next year. But the people are ready, the people want to go vote now, you know.
Yeah.
The people are seeing a massive infrastructural development. Look at, for example, the organization in regards to this storm that was threatening us. The people were mobilized. The Honorable Minister in charge of NEMO had his people together. All 100 and odd leaders of NEMO, they were out there ensuring the safety of life and property. Not to mention the level of infrastructural development, my friend, that is happening across this country, like we always say. Then tell us that $34 million was spent by them on the Moyohon Hydro project, which belongs to Fortis International. Yet they are criticizing the 32 million that is spent on the Civic Center, which is there as a testimony for every single Tom, Dick, and Harry to see. Where is the $34 million from the Moyohon, my friend? Where is the many millions that you guys spend on the tourism village for a private owner? Not to mention Universal and all the others. That is why the people just wait, you know. The people are just waiting for March 7th so that they can get there and show them. I am wondering if they're going to wait till 2020 for this bandit party, because after they take this massive licking, my friend, they are supposed to disappear and give another group of young politicians a chance. Because that they said, like a taximan told me a few days ago, once you continue to have Musa, Fonseca, Briseño, and then Espati in the PUP, my friend, they are going absolutely nowhere. I want to congratulate the leaders of this party for doing the right thing, for showing that we are a viable, organized party, ready for electoral victory whenever elections are called. Thank you very much.
Okay, my buddy, thanks. Yeah, that's true. That's sick. Man, when we talk about municipal elections, right, we have 62 seats.
Presently,
yeah,
yes.
And it's 67 seats, and we've lost. Well, we never gained 5 seats in Orange Walk.
Yeah.
Because we have eight mayors, and so that would be 8. That and what 54 councillors short the length and breadth. Because even in Orange Walk we have 2 councillors.
I want you to think about it. I remember thinking to myself before the last municipal election that it would be extremely difficult for the United Democratic Party to improve upon the numbers. But when you look upon it, we actually did, you know.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Actually improved upon the number. I know the chairman, they tell me when I take all 67.
Because
I'll hold on to that.
You remember we
I work hard for hold on to that.
We all work together.
So
we are work for we family.
Yes.
Because you remember Kenworth, we had lost PG.
Yeah. And we pick up.
So when in the last municipal election we pick up PG, and we picked up. No, we did well too. Remember we lost in Dangriga.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we lost in Dangriga.
A couple of seats. Yeah, we had lost in Dangriga.
Right. We lost big in Dangriga, and the last municipal we picked up. Maybe the chairman, he got figures. The chairman call me back and tell me how much seats.
What are the improvements?
Yeah, the last, because you call like you tell me what I'm saying to you, Kenworth, that in the last municipal election which were held in 2015, we gained a number of seats.
Right, we did.
Yeah, Carl, we never got PG, we never got Dangriga. Carla, good morning.
Morning, Joe. Morning, other partner, man.
Yeah, good morning.
I sit down and I don't view this thing in a long time. PUP no got no come back. The way we country look, I mean, who take one you walk outside of the country and come back and watch the country? We are well developed under the Right Honorable Dean Oliver Barrow and with Chairman Mr. Argas. I praise him very much because, like, when he talk, he make I feel good because I want short talk. When we talk constructive. You know what I mean? We not talk to waste. Because if you will look back, you could just imagine the length of time where the Right Honorable Dean Barrow, there as Prime Minister, if we make up that PUP, you know what will happen to
me, brother? Supper.
Yeah, I don't know, they're not hard me when I eat where we have to start to go and go live. Because poor people can't live. The tax, the GST, where they made the crazy way with the electricity, for instance, Mr. Barrow, he cut off that. He cut off one lot of the GST. I mean, he make one poor person feel good. We make people can look back from during the time of Judge Price. How much time Judge Price never stand up and say, we're going to give one $300 subsidy that every poor child could go to school and he talk about education. He never interested to give the people education. Right and average in Barrow Point with the Minister of Education, each child get one $300. Man, I mean, we don't want to get it and we don't want to lose it. We don't want to lose it. The people are wide, their eyes are wide open. We don't want to lose nothing. We want Mr. Barrow to be the leader of our party, and we will vote for him. If they run 50 times, the 50 times when they're right there. The country is developing under the Right Honorable Dean Barrow, and Kebiva, Mr. Barrow, Kebiva UDP.
Keviva Belize, yeah, Belize, sorry, boyka. Yeah, Keviva Belize, yeah.
Yeah, right, you talk Spanish.
No, but what? But say that Spanish, any language, Belize, boy. Yeah, man.
I listen to what they call me, they say just now. You know, and I started out talking about how I've been building the infrastructure in terms and the physical structures, right?
Mm-hmm.
A relative of mine came back to Belize, and he's not been back for a while. And in casual conversation, he said to me, and I know he talked about something, this 2 days ago. He said, man, he said, this place improve. He said, I like see how everything they build up. And I said to him, I say, really? Well, you know, I don't see it so much. He said, man, you have...
Can you live here, man?
He said, you really need to remember that we're all do. And I remember when I walk going across the street, just don't forget at the gas station, and they look on the concrete street and the Youth for the Future drive right over there and go, man, the way how bad it is.
That rain, you know what may happen?
You know, you take things for granted. You see that same Queen Street where the evil ones have their headquarters and whatnot. You remember how bad the streets they were? You remember where Albert Street may look like? You remember where... I want to tell you something. Take a look on the Hummingbird Highway. Take a look on the highways there as they are. Understand something. I talked about the United Democratic Party and the government building the infrastructure, not just the physical infrastructure, but also the institutional infrastructure for build this country with a plan and whatnot. PUP, when they talk about corruption, the only one diversionary tactic, you know, because they cannot truthfully point to anything that they did that could mirror in any way, shape, or form what has happened to this country in the last 8-9 years. The UDP has invested. I remember, I want you to look on it, you know, the amount of the budget that the UDP has invested in education over a period of time. That's why, not just to tell you, you see the physical structures there, but the institutional infrastructure that is being put in. Because, no make no mistake, the education of we children will have the most profound impact for we development as a nation moving forward, Joe.
You know, remember, Kenworth, you remember, not too long ago in can you come from up that side there? You remember not too long ago when there were kids in Dangriga or the Stan Creek district and the Toledo district who were unable to attend high school because first of all there weren't enough space.
Right.
Second of all, they needed assistance. This government, since taking over, maybe the Ministry of Education to put out some sort of information as to the amount of schools over the last 9 years, high schools and schools that were built in the South.
Man, you have to
$300 subsidy. Just $300 subsidy. This government has now started to pay, since I think 3 years ago, for 6 CXC. And you know, if you pass your 6 CXC and you get English and math, I think grade 1, you get one scholarship.
Free ride.
Yes. Becca, Carla, good morning. You're live.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, man.
Yes, good morning.
I couldn't narrate it. I was turning the channel last night, looking for the weather situation, and I happened to stop on Love FM.
Why? The same thing happened.
But when I stopped there, I was so disappointed. When I sat there and listened to Troy Gabb, and well, it was only him talking, but he had a little puppet side. We had our yellow shirt and our tie. I made it one that I read that, but then I realized that
Carter.
Carter. And I listen to them talk, and I say that we part them that live.
Yeah.
The
same thing happened to you, happened to me, but the part which was very, very striking to me was the fact that he didn't make, well, first of all, he said we not forgot an ICG, and then his concern was the fact that Taiwan will provide a loan to Guatemala for build some road or repair some road, and I said, but Taiwan help us too.
Then the man from Taiwan hasn't said that he had a very deep concern about all of that.
Yeah.
But that was what
you know, Carla, do you know what's the name of that show?
It must be Fully.
Well, the official name is The Business Hour. Now, I can't see how two failed businessmen could sit on a show and advise any businessman as to how, because Carter lucky maybe that Usher get one and then tie because Usher guy building the backyard. Yes, man, Monica's pawn shop take over with Carter me day.
What I don't understand is the things they were saying. I'm thinking, couldn't they talk about something else?
Wait, what else?
Could they talk about the weather?
Man, they know the weather. Don't so try. We try. I don't know.
The weather bad for them right now. Period.
Well, I don't talk about for them bad, but I talk about the weather when it happened last night. How come I talk about business where you have not really been very successful in?
Same thing I'm saying to you, my brother.
Come on, man. FUP must be better than that, man.
And a whole lot of them is suffering, you know. Where I had to tell us sometime, you listen to them, and you wonder how Love they must pay Love FM for the hour. Because I tell you, as a manager of a radio station, boy, that couldn't grant for my thing.
Well, okay, if I am a manager at the radio station, then I drive a car in some sensible. Then so I will talk about food. Not at the time when people try to deal with storm, you had called it talk simply so the government that did not done, nothing no bill.
I always wonder what perspective them where they come from, because it is obvious, it is well documented the ineptitude of both of those people where business is concerned. And why would they put them on there to represent the better intellect of the PUP? They only show their incompetence, you know.
Look at Mr. Tillis, you know how to tell me about it today, no? Today, personally. I know that they don't want none to it.
I hear you.
But would they have that on TV to try to tell people, fool and try to convince people for foolishness? I mean, waste of time and waste of money. I wonder if they pay Ernesto. I mean, the Vasquez. I wonder if they pay his.
I have no idea.
I wonder if
somebody the sponsor the show.
Yeah, somebody. Something I wonder if the politics,
the ash money,
Ashcraft money.
If he want to make a best deal, whatever politics, whatever, that's the man for our job. I say he needs to do better than that. Like, two idiots men do nothing.
Like somebody called me about one Belize time column. They need to call it sober reflections. Because the man write that he rum down. Anyway, but buddy, thanks, my brother. Yeah man, thanks. Carla, good morning, you're live.
Well, you're still away to Franklin, mate.
You're still
Franklin gone.
Yeah.
He never came.
That's true. So I am so surprised that they don't blame that for the other these brothers.
Boy, look that trailer, boy.
Normally they blame everything for him.
Yeah. Because the only thing they come blame for Dean Barrow for Franklin that he gone. If Franklin may strike, they may blame Dean Barrow for Franklin strike. Yeah. But they don't say not about Dean Barrow or Franklin because the hurricane gone. You know, Anna, them good old days with Ralph Fonseca. Ralph, may I don't tell you how much he may cost we.
Yeah.
A couple billion. And
in Tiamat trip, you go get $100 million loan.
Yeah, they go like that Miami or Trinidad.
Or Montevideo.
Montevideo. The man there at Montevideo right now.
Okay, well, they high interest loan. I come back and tell you that brand. While they're lending, they just give a soft loan.
But
they don't go find out that to pay 19 and 22% really.
But look, them bally worthless here, boy, them PUP, them worthless. You know them boy, I nearly cost one bad word. But you know them brute got the face of brass for tell we that they use the super bond for build the Moya Hunt. Money out of the soup for build the Moya Hunt. You know them got the face of brass for tell we that they use money out of the super bond for build the tourist village.
Well, I fully talk, Joe.
Boy, I did that, but boy.
I listen to the Joe. You know what I say, right? They say that sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
By desperate people.
Even lying, Joe.
I
noticed the campaign is started. I noticed I see a couple signs up. It looks like the war has begun and I don't see who they will put yesterday sleep, but it's so sad that my bodyguard and I personally, if I ever get to see the guy, I will tell the guy, after a certain point, if I am established in life, I may run through there to fair and term, and then once they start blaming a car, I go back to my private practice, man. I mean, I'll be like, Ralph, put me back in my office. The Montevideo, the Cuba, the Monterey.
But you see the difference is you put them back in a big office at Montevideo and there. But then you put them back in a Montevideo, they manage for we money.
That's true. But anyway, I still think that the person who got good sense will still vote the right way. The person who understands and could open his eyes and see what all has been done and what all is still being done. I think that's our secure voter. You know, I am a secure voter. I will tell you personally, this week my minister came to my work site. We had a really good show with our friends and he came to my, and he didn't come over to talk to me because I want to ask the man with all due respect, Mr. Martinez. Have you ever seen me at your office? Well, I never bother you at work, so please don't bother me at work.
Maybe the man that come across at the place song, you only heal, man.
No, man, because I don't bother him to hear well.
Yeah, man,
I don't want no minister call on my work.
But he was about his work.
But he but look, but you only funny, you know.
No, man, the minister for the next 10 years, I will still vote for her.
Yes, but
he don't go to his work site.
I like you, Luke. You are my great friend because you know how much people cuss because they not see the minister. No, you are saying yes, but listen.
I just need to know that
he's working.
He do things on the street. You don't have to be personal to me.
Okay.
You never go to my minister for something personal.
I like you and I want all the Belizeans think like you.
Yeah, my minister is supposed to do for me.
You know what? So you know what the man can heal the
No. That's not that insult me. That's how I get vexed. The first thing I want to tell her, you only had to go see me if you had no faith that I will go back.
Okay.
I guarantee that I will for you, so do not delay.
Well, you know, from time to time when you got a family member, you know you don't want sure family member. You just want to say thanks, man. Maybe the man all he wanted to come and say to you, man,
I like
thanks. But I like
how this
I take everybody.
We too. All right.
Look at Mexico, the man.
Yeah, make a roll.
Yeah, make we go, boy. Anyway, Office Designs and Printing at number 81 Albert Street, where they do birthdays and wedding invitation, business cards, and flyers, banners, posters, tags. So for all your printing and design, it's Office at 81 Albert Street. And then we want to encourage Belizeans to treat your taste buds to good food, good pizza, at Moe's Pizza Grill, 3.5 miles. The Sahara Grill, where you get excellent Middle Eastern cuisine. And when you're going on a trip, start your trip from Puma Janelle's, 5.5 miles on the George Price Highway, where you get your fuel and you get all your supplies and you enjoy your trip because you stop there, okay? And remember when it was cooked by Bronx Beauty. We want to say thanks to Wave Television, CBC Channel 54, CCV Channel 11, Southern Cable Network Channel 43, Dangriga Cable Vision Channel 54, BME North Curzon Channel 11, North Vision Channel 10, Northern Cable Network Ensign Channel 11, and St. Charles Cable Channel 54 in Punta Gorda Town for providing us with television coverage. First thing in the morning is carried live on SCRS Sugar City Radio Station, Orange Walk, 103.1 FM. Wave Radio 105.9 FM is live every day, 24/7 in Orange Walk. Wave Radio and Wave TV is live every day on our Facebook page. Our Wave Radio and Wave TV. Find us, like the page, and tune in every day. We're also on YouTube and on the Reggae Box app, formerly Elusive Radio, which you can download on your Apple and Android devices. We want to say thanks to all those persons who called this morning, those persons who joined in the conversation, those persons who listen to us every morning. We want to say thanks to those persons who communicate with us every day on the World Wide Web. We want to say a special thank you this morning to Dale Anthony McDougall, who was there providing us with historical information as it relates to hurricanes. We want to say thanks for having us in your offices, in your cars, in your homes, in your bedrooms, wherever you listen to us, wherever you watch us. Again, we want to say goodbye, Franklin.
Goodbye. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah. We Kenworth Tilly Joe Bradley. We want to ask you to keep it locked on Wave 105.9 and 99.9, your most trusted name in information, education, and entertainment. Take it away, the premiere.